Hey, it's Eitan. Welcome back to that kitchen. Today I have not one, but two exciting guests. First up, the world's first copy of Eitan Eats the World in the flesh. Look at this. It is a real life. It is here. It is full of 85 delicious recipes. And also, my second guest is probably my most highly requested guest of all time. Everyone's like, Eitan, where's your mom? Where are your parents? Why are they never in your videos? Well, without further ado, let me introduce my mom into the kitchen. Hello. Welcome to the kitchen.
Hello.
My mom, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So, today we're cooking in my kitchen. You know, I grew up, of course, cooking in your kitchen.
True.
I made a lot of messes.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Now that I have my own kitchen, I've learned how to clean.
Wow. Wow. I wish you learned to clean by us.
We're going to be cooking a recipe in Eitan Eats the World that you love. You actually have a recipe in the book, but
I do.
It's pretty easy and quick, so I won't say a little more complicated. It is Yoni's strawberry soup.
So yummy.
Yoni's strawberry soup. That is also a recipe we make all the time.
You made it better, though.
We're going to be making a recipe that you loved eating when I developed this. Do you remember when I made it?
I remember eating it.
It is my hearty beef stew inspired by Carne En Su Jugo, and it is a traditional Mexican soup that I know how I used to watch documentaries when I was younger?
Endless. Documentary.
I was like kind of obsessed with it.
Just a little bit.
Yes, I remember I would like take notes. I'd have notebooks and I'd take notes.
We have spiral notebooks in your room.
So this is one of those, I saw this in a documentary I was watching. I was like, okay, I need to make that. So got in the kitchen, and my favorite part of this is there's an ingredient the whole family hates, but you guys loved it in the soup.
Yeah, I know. I see it. I really hate it. That.
Yes, so cilantro. I call it the most controversial ingredient in the kitchen. I've heard it's genetic, which doesn't make sense because I got a lot of genes from you, clearly based on how much we look alike. I got the liking cilantro gene, and you did not.
It's disgusting.
Well, a fun little fact is actually, growing up when I was cooking, I would tell my family when I cooked something with cilantro that I was using coriander, because outside the US, cilantro is called coriander, and then you guys liked it.
I don't know why. It's disgusting.
Okay, well, let's get started. So let's grab our beef bacon.
Okay.
Add the beef bacon in there,
Okay.
and we're just gonna render the fat. So you wanna do it on a nice low flame. What that'll do is it'll allow the fat to melt off, and we're gonna use that fat to actually fry up our meat. Now, I have some questions for you that the audience, I'm sure, wants to know. Can you talk a little bit about my picky eating as a child? Because I think it surprises people.
Well, the first thing I remember is we had a babysitter you loved, and she didn't eat onions. So she convinced you that onions were disgusting and were evil. And if you thought you saw, bit, or tasted an onion, you would not eat it. Anything green. You liked brown.
Yep.
Brown was
Bread.
good. Brown was good. Bread was good. Rice was good. Croissants were good.
Loved eating brown things. I feel like you would, if someone told you that I'd have this career when I was like 3 years old, you would never believe them.
No, the irony is unreal. I remember I cried once at work because I was so tired staying up all night making you food you would eat.
Really? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a monster! All right, looks like all the fat has rendered. So if you could take your slotted spoon and just spoon it right into there. Now, next up over here, I have some skirt steak. Take a little look at that. Little skirt steak right in there, just cubed up into little kind of 1-inch sized cubes. You could also use flank steak, anything like that. If you want like little pieces of meat. Once those are all out, we're just going to cook these with some salt and pepper in the fat from the beef bacon. So that fat from the beef bacon is gonna be super flavorful and delicious. Great, we're gonna take that. Now, if you can add this into the pan, I'm gonna grab some salt and pepper. Oh, do you wanna do salt by action with me? I feel like your students would love to see that.
They would. Okay.
Do you any class you wanna shout out?
Yeah, my 11A asked for a shout out.
Ready?
My 10A.
Little Salt Bay action.
Woo!
You have to say Salt Bay action.
Salt Bay action.
And some pepper. And now you just wanna cook this until it's like very lightly browned on the edges, not really like any deep color. You're not trying to make them crispy at all. Let's talk about tomatillos.
Okay.
This is actually something I introduced you to.
I love this. When you were a kid, you would literally go to the supermarket and kind of see a fruit or a vegetable, and you would say, I want to cook with that. And then you would research it like crazy. So you came home with this. I didn't take you, I don't know, you came home with a brown bag of them, and I couldn't believe how sticky they were. Are these a fruit you taught me?
Yeah, so they look like little green tomatoes, but they're actually more closely related to the gooseberry. It has this outside skin on them, and then the inside's kind of very sticky, so it's actually something that you kind of have to wash your hands after you touch, which is why I already cut them so my hands don't get super sticky.
Can you make a salsa with them?
Yes, salsa verde.
Oh, love that.
Yes, we love that also. Now, I know you don't like this ingredient. We're gonna add in some coriander, a little wink, 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 wink action. Whoa, I know how to wink. What am I doing? There we go. So I'm gonna take about half a cup of the coriander into the blender.
Okay, stems and all, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can add some stems, but about half a cup into there. Next up, just an onion.
Okay.
Into here. Bam. What was it like living with me while I film my videos?
Noisy, noisy, noisy. That bam made me laugh. We'd hear bam, plop, woo, let's go. Hey guys, like, just over and over again.
Next up, jalapenos.
Those make me nervous.
The actual recipe is 2 jalapenos,
Oy.
but
Okay.
since I know you don't like spice too much, I'm actually right now only gonna do 1 for you, but the actual recipe in the book is 2.
Okay.
If you're like my mom and don't like heat, you can obviously lower the amount of jalapenos. I'm also, just for you, I wouldn't do this for me, but this is because I love you. I'm going to cut out the seeds because that is the spiciest part, to like a rough chop, just so that they go in the blender easier. Now 3 cloves of garlic. We do love garlic in our house.
Yes. You know, this actually, cutting garlic created a big drama in the family when you were a kid.
Why?
Because the family felt I was being too liberal with your use of knives.
Oh.
They're like, he's gonna cut himself, you shouldn't be allowing it. And I said, but what?
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, it was a really big deal.
And you guys maybe use a little paring knife for that.
That was the compromise. I would say, oh my gosh, 9 or 10. And then we put you in culinary school. So instead of like Little League or soccer practice, you and I would get on the subway and come into the city and you would go to cooking class. And one of the first classes I enrolled you in was knife cutting. You were very cute in your little uniform.
Thank you. Now, time for spice.
Okay.
So a little bit of cumin, which is, I feel like we go through a lot of cumin in our house.
A lot of cumin.
So I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon of cumin into there, and then I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon of chili powder.
Okay.
A little chili powder right in there. And I'm just going to blend this up while you are cooking the meat.
Yeah.
Let's just give that a little whiff, take a little smell. Ooh, that smells so fresh and vibrant. Give that a little sniff.
Love it.
Sniff it. All right, now I'm going to add our blended mixture into here. And now what's great about this soup is, you really do keep that vibrant color. Of course, we're gonna lose some of it as it cooks, but you really do have such a beautiful color of the broth. We're gonna now add in some stock. And if you actually pour the stock into the blender, give it a little shaky shake, you get all that little flavor out there. So I'm gonna add our beef stock.
That's a great tip.
Right into there, right?
I didn't know that one.
And now just stir that up while we add in the rest of our ingredients. So, pinto beans. We're a big bean family.
Love beans.
Love beans. Good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you... Pinto beans into the soup. That'll add a lot of, like, heartiness. A little soy sauce just for some extra flavor and saltiness. About like 2 teaspoons, just give it a few little swigs. Then, one of your favorites, some lime juice.
I think it's what makes the dish.
Give it the little arm massage. You're really supposed to do this with your hand, but I love to give it the full arm. You can just squeeze it with your hands, but no, it's 2022. We use squeezers. Welcome to the future.
I don't have one of those.
Oh, just squeeze in the juice.
Okay.
I kind of forget how long we cook this for, but you know what the best part is?
It's written down
It's
somewhere.
written down in the book. We're gonna cook until slightly reduced for 10 minutes. Okay, I thought it was 8, it's actually 10.
Okay.
So we're gonna set a little timer. All right, our soup is ready. How good does it smell?
Amazing.
Oh my God, the kitchen smells incredible. So if you want to actually go on this side now, we'll do a little swapperoo.
Okay.
For most of my life, you served me food, so today I'm serving you.
Oh,
Grab some of the broth, lots of that meat. And as you can see, it's like a super, super chunky filling soup. This is really a meal in a bowl. You can really customize the toppings. We have some red onion here, some radish, and highly encourage a squeeze or 2 of lime juice and some of the beef bacon.
Yum. Yum.
Right.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Okay, look, I can do some like classic food styling.
There we go. Ooh.
The like irrelevant line.
Is it a margarita or a bowl of soup? And I snuck a little last topping onto the soup. Yep, just a little more cilantro.
On.
Right on there. And let's give it a try.
I'm not eating.
Okay. Woo, who's the picky eater now? Got a little cheers?
Yes.
Soup cheers.
Soup cheers to yumminess. I'll into that. Wow.
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 That's a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor. It's really a soup that gives you a hug.
It's so yummy.
Some would say it's a comfort food.
It is a comfort food.
Why it is, and thank you
It's in there.
Yes, it is an 8 thrilled. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Mom, for coming on my YouTube
my
channel.
God,
This
my
is long
pleasure.
overdue.
Yay.
So much fun.
Like
And
good old times.
yes, good old times cooking in the kitchen. If you want this recipe and 84 others, you can find it in Eitan Eats the World. Should they pre-order?
It's essential.
What she said.
You should buy this book. And you should buy this book for your mother. So
Oh.
you should have a copy and your mother should have a copy. So together you can have fun making these recipes, kind of like we did.
Couldn't agree more. You can find out where to pre-order on EitanEatsTheWorld.com. It's available everywhere books are sold. Do you buy books somewhere? It's there. And be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Do all those things. Follow me on socials at Eitan, that is E-I-T-A-N. Thank you for watching. If you need my mom and I, we're just going to enjoy our soup. Oh my, what an incredible way to end a YouTube video. How are you guys doing? Cardi's just out here drinking. Ernie, it's like, how do I get out of here?